Hey there, it's your Bill Estate Agent, and I'm here with another Shop Local podcast. And today, our guests are Mark Brown and Mary Ashley of Walk Your Plans. All right, guys. Well, so welcome. Thank you for coming in today.
Excited to be here.
So, I have a feeling there are a lot of people that don't know about Walk Your Plans that are going to love this interview. But before we get started, I'm going to start with my real estate questions. So are you guys ready?
Let's do it.
Okay. So if you were going to buy a house, are you buying a house that is built or are you building a house yourself?
Oh, that's a good question, Mark.
I would say we should build it.
Let's build it. You know why? Because then we can walk our plans.
That's right.
All right. Nice segue. Nice segue. So, okay. So walk your plan. So I have to tell y'all, I went to a ribbon cutting about a month ago or 6 weeks ago, and it was at Walk Your Plans, and it was absolutely by far one of my favorite ribbon cuttings. And I'm going to let you guys tell us about it, but I just want to hear how you guys got into this and tell us about the business.
Yeah, so Walk Your Plans, in its most simplest description, is we allow you to walk your floor plans at scale before you build. So if you send us any PDF of a plan or an elevation, we can have it displayed for you at scale down to the inch.
I mean, it is cool. You know, I work with a lot of people who are tearing down older homes and building new, and I've already sent one to you, and I think this is going to be a great tool for a lot of different folks in our industry to use, and for consumers just to get out there and just see what they're building before it hits the ground, before breaking ground.
Yeah, I mean, I think we find that a lot of people have a hard time visualizing space. Everybody knows what 10 by 20 means. Everybody can generally find that out. But it's harder when you're actually trying to build out a room and seeing if this is the right size. Is that the right size? So especially for builders, architects, people in the industry, they kind of immediately get it. Mm-hmm. But for people that aren't in the industry, getting to walk those plans gives them the comfort to move forward with projects.
Yeah, it's absolutely true. And a lot of times I think designers even take for granted because what they visualize so easily, they just kind of assume the consumers can too, and it's not the case. So yeah. I know this definitely helps, I think, ease the mind and help people understand what they're going to be building.
Right. And, your home is your largest investment. And whether you're building, a 2,000 square foot home or a $20 million home, it is your largest investment. And you want to make sure that you get it right. And, what we like to say at Walk Your Plans is come spend 2 hours with us. A 2-hour session with us is going to cost you less than one change order. And on average, we see at the average residential walkthrough, we see people make anywhere from 10 to 20 changes. And when you consider that the average change order starts at $2,500, we've saved you a ton of money before you break ground.
I mean, it's a no-brainer.
It's a no-brainer,
right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's great. And so, my background, I'm a landscape architect, and so I still do a little bit of design work, and I've got clients. I think it would be super beneficial on the exterior side of things too. And so that is an option, right? Like,
absolutely. In fact, a lot of times we have people that are coming through to walk their home floor plans, but they end up spending just as much time outside their home, looking at the space near their pool or on their deck areas. Those areas get just as much attention as the inside.
Yeah, well, I'd say with the surge of outdoor kitchens and just that outdoor living space, it would be equally as important almost, or maybe even more important for some people.
As an outdoor putting green owner, I wished I could have walked mine before I put it out there.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So, okay, and then another thing I remember from getting to tour your facility, you can also use PDFs of like elevations, so you can even get a feel for countertop heights and that kind of thing as well, right?
Correct. So our space allows you to really create sort of an immersive experience. So you can get a sense of, you can be standing in your kitchen, you can see exactly what your elevations are going to look like. So again, you really get a full sense for what the space is going to feel like before you build.
And usually another thing people use elevations for is window placement. So, a lot of people really want it to be symmetrical and things like that. But then when they're inside the house walking around, they find that a window might not work really well in that particular area for one reason or another. And it's a great place to be able to match the floor plan to the elevation to decide the placement of windows, the placement of doors, anything you can imagine on the outside.
Yeah. Well, I don't know at what level people do. I'll say our most frustrating thing when we built our house, we didn't pay enough attention to where the light switches would be
Yep.
and some of the outlets.
Yeah.
And honestly, I get so mad still walking through the house, and it's,
So we like to say that people spend the most time on some of the smallest details.
yeah.
But they're the details that matter, and they are the details where if you get the house to its final built state and you have to live with it, it's those things where you're saying, man, I wish I could just go change this one thing.
Yeah.
That's actually where people spend the most time.
Yeah. You guys have to go see them. So really quick, because I always forget, tell us where people can find you or find information about y'all online.
You can find us online at walkyourplansatlanta.com, and we are also on Instagram. Our handle is at walkyourplansnorthatlanta.
All right. And so you guys are located here in Roswell, and I know it's a national company. There are other locations, but you guys are the only location in Georgia, correct?
We are, and we're proud to say we were the third location to open in the country.
Wow.
But yes, we're the only location in Georgia. And we are so proud to serve this area. We're really proud of the community that we serve. And we very intentionally picked this community to set up shop because of, the great environment for business development.
Yeah. Well, good. Well, so we've been talking about residential, but really this can apply to commercial and retail. I mean, just lots of different.
Yeah. No, we've had many commercial spaces come through already. Really, I think the target audience there, a lot of restaurants, a lot of medical. Think about places where you really need efficiencies, like kitchens.
Mhm.
If you're in an operating room, where do you need equipment placed? Things like that, where, once it's in, and making that change again is still so expensive.
Yeah.
We had a restaurant come through. It's about a 1,200 square foot restaurant, and every inch matters in a space like that.
Sure.
And by walking their plans, they were able to discover a place where they could actually remove a wall and make more space in their kitchen.
They rerouted their entire kitchen.
They refitted their entire kitchen from 1 hour at Walk Your Plans.
Yeah, I mean, it's surprising that something like this didn't happen sooner. So you guys are,
Everyone says that,
right?
yes.
I mean, it's
we said that. I mean, we looked at each other when we saw the idea and go, "How does this not exist here?" And so,
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, for people like me in my business, I mean, you guys are on the top of my list as I always like to be a resource for my clients and for the community, and this is definitely something that's on the top of my vendor list. It's really just fascinating to me, and I'm excited for you. I think it's going to be fun to watch y'all grow.
we really appreciate that. We like to say we get to do the fun part.
Yeah.
So when people come through, it's a fun experience, and that's one of the, I guess, joys of my job now is it's not like you're having people having a bad day. Everybody that's in there is, it's important to them, and they're making big decisions. But it's a really good time. Like it's fun. So
Yeah. Well, so if someone's watching this and thinks, yeah, I may want to do it, but I mean, can they come and meet with y'all and just get a quick tour and just kind of get a feel for what's?
Yeah, the best way to start that conversation is just give us a call or shoot us an email. We love to talk to people about their individual projects, and then work with them to figure out what the best solution is for their particular needs.
Okay.
Yeah. So just reach out. We'll figure out something to get in touch.
Yeah, and so you were telling me earlier before we started. So, what's your fun fact? Where's the furthest that someone has come to visit?
Our client that has traveled the furthest to walk their plans is from Canada, but we've had folks from Minnesota, from Florida, from all over, and so. Really, it's a joy, as Mark said, to get to be a part of the process for so many people. And we get to see so many unique projects. We've seen everything from, restaurants, medical facilities to golf course hospitality spaces. So we really get to be a part of a lot of fun projects.
Again, I love what you're doing, and I think it's going to help a lot of people and save a lot of money, actually.
Yeah, and that's really... what we're most proud of in terms of what we offer. We know we have incredible technology. We know the value that we provide. Our biggest joy is when people walk out saying, that was worth every penny. That was worth the time that we spent.
Mhm.
And we have not had a single customer come through who has not said, this was a great investment of my time.
Yeah. Not only are they saving that money, but they're really putting their fingerprint on that
Mhm.
custom project. It's, it's one thing to have plans drawn for you and tell people what you like and things like that, but when you actually get to walk it and you make changes live, that's something where they're actually putting their fingerprint on the project itself.
Yeah. Yeah. So, well, good. Well, thank y'all for coming in today and
Thank
just
you.
sharing with us.
Thanks.
And is there anything else you want to throw in?
No, this is
All
great.
right.
This
Yeah,
is
no.
awesome.
Well, good. Well, listen. I mean, I can think of a list of architects, builders, realtors, individuals wanting to build a house. So many people that are going to be able to use y'all, and certainly we'll send them your way. So,
We appreciate it.
well, thank you again for coming in, and you're super lucky because I have some Bill Estate swag for you. So you guys get your tailgate
This is
cups and your
awesome.
tailgate
Thank you.
koozies and
Oh, thank
a couple
you.
of pens
We
that
love
write
it.
in blue. So that's all good.
Love it.
So,
Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
y'all. And when you're ready to sell or buy, call your Bill Estate agent. He's your guy.